What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Axberka Draft video series. This is episode number 4 of this series. And what we're going to do today, we're going to be breaking down live a player. So what we're going to do, basically, in the last comment section of my last post, there was a user who he left some feedback on my last one, and we were kind of talking about it, and basically, he was suggesting that I do a live breakdown of some tape. So here we are. We're gonna go ahead and do that. And throughout the week, I was kind of thinking about who should I scout? Who should I scout? And in the back of my mind, just these words kept popping in my head: Swag Kelly, Swag Kelly. And so, so I decided, basically, we're gonna go ahead and break down Swag Kelly here, otherwise known as Chad Kelly. All right, so Chad Kelly, really well-known guy for his rap career. He drops bar after bar after bar. He's absolutely killing it. He's a beast. He's a dog. He's a motherfucking problem. He graduated high school out of New York and went to Clemson. And the summer before his freshman year, he dropped a fire mixtape, basically talking about how awesome he is. He calls himself Swag Kelly like a million times. And then, so he got really well known for that. During that same summer, I think he tweeted at Cole Stout, which was the backup to Taj Boyd at the time. He basically said that Cole Stout better get used to being sitting on the bench because he's gonna take his job once Taj Boyd graduates. And that's exactly what you want to do with your future teammates. You know, immediately have tension, have some bad feelings toward each other. Call them out. You know, that's what you want to do. You want to establish your dominance early, obviously, and show them who's boss, right? Before you're even there, before you're even on campus. He went to Clemson, and then I think it was like during his sophomore year, his redshirt freshman year, he got into a fist fight in the locker room with an offensive lineman who broke his jaw. And then I think it was like a year later, he was at a bar and threatened to shoot up the bar with an AK-47 or something like that. And then he got kicked off the team, and then he went to junior college where he killed it. And then evidently he went to Ole Miss after that, where he is now the starter and going into his senior year. So what I thought I was going to do, I was going to go ahead, basically break down some tape live with you over the mic. It's going to be fun, so let's get into it. Right off the bat, they're running a read option play. All right, they got a 4-3 scheme. Don't like the decision to keep it immediately. The running back, there's an open lane for him, and not only that, there's a defender right there in his face, number 6, who's coming up to make the play. Which, I mean, you could argue that number 10 would tackle the running back before he can get yards. But also, with keeping the ball, there's also number 6 there, and also number 10's pretty close to the quarterback. And it looks like he's actually keying in on Chad Kelly, to be honest. And, yep, tackle for a loss. I mean, you could argue that was really a dead play to begin with, but the most potential for a positive gain would have been handing it off. So I don't really like the decision to not hand it off in that. Second play here. We got Chad Kelly. They don't really show what happens before throwing the ball. They just kind of immediately started off with his wonky windup. It's a one read play. He just throws it out to the receiver. Really can't blame him. You can't really knock him or commend him for that play. It's kind of just a one read throw. To me that's kind of a neutral play there. It's one of those just quick hitter plays. You really can't say much about it. It's second down and it's 2nd and 14. So they were kind of hoping to pick up some quick yards and get close to the first down, which they obviously did. So pretty good play. Second play here. They're running a 4-2-5 scheme. You got the corner on the short side. It looks like he was coming up to press, and then he kind of tipped his hand a little bit to show that he's playing off man or maybe in zone. You see number 6 coming into the frame, so it doesn't look like it's going to be man. Looks more like zone to me here, and it is. And Chad Kelly, he doesn't really drop back at all. He just kind of takes a step back, stares down the receiver, throws it, and it was a well decently placed ball. just kind of an alright play. It was more of a net positive than a net negative, so it's alright. As far as the outcome goes, don't really like his mechanics on that play at all, or the fact that he stared down his receiver, especially since it was a slant against zone. That's typically going to be a tougher throw to make, which, I mean, he made it, so it's whatever, but I would have liked him to maybe get to the second or third read, or maybe put the ball more out in front of him to allow him to maybe catch and run him a little bit. Alright, so again, we got a 4-2-5 scheme. You see the corner, right? They're both on the short side of the field. They're both staring down the quarterback. So that means one of two things. Either one of them is going to blitz, and from the looks of it, it looks like the inside corner is set to blitz here. So, I mean, if I was Chad, I'd be noticing that. That's something that you have to absolutely notice, that they're both staring you down, and that it looks like the inside corner is getting a little bit itchy to kind of blitz in. So that's something that he would have to notice, and that makes them extremely susceptible to a short throw, behind the line of scrimmage on that side of the field, maybe a screen pass or something along those lines. And look at that, he does blitz. So let's see here. So if I'm Chad Kelly, I'm not gonna snap it. I'm gonna take a step back, realize what's going on, but he doesn't do that. Whether or not he saw that, I mean, I don't know. I'm not in his head, but it doesn't even look like he even noticed that happened. And that's something that good quarterbacks would notice would happen. I mean, maybe he noticed that because he didn't want to tip their hand as far as what they're doing, because look, they are running a screen pass. That was a low throw. I like the scheme, and I like that they have Laquan Treadwell out there blocking, because that dude is a monster blocker, especially against corners and stuff like that. He absolutely just demolishes guys. But low throw, it doesn't look like Chad really acknowledged the fact that the corner was blitzing on that side. But again, I'm not in his head, so I can't really speak to that. But just from the looks of it, from his body language, it doesn't even look like he even noticed. So maybe something to think about there. All right, again, we got a 4-2-5 scheme. Maybe potentially man, but it looks like number 6 there. He's either a corner or a safety or just a nickel corner. Basically, he's not even lined up in man at all. He's actually going inside toward the line, closer to the line of scrimmage. Maybe potentially, if he takes a few more steps, it could potentially be a blitz. But it looks like they're tipping their hand as far as what kind of a scheme they're running. Looks like they're running zone. Looks like maybe a cover 3 kind of an offense, or excuse me, a defense. Let's go and see exactly what happens here. All right, so play action. Stares down this guy. Doesn't really get any depth. He gets to his second read at least. Overall, that's a decent play. What I did not like about the play was that he didn't really drop back at all. He kind of just took a step back and then threw it. And not only that, he had kind of a baseball windup again. And while that's okay in college, that extra few seconds gives the defense a chance to jump on the ball, especially on a throw to that side of the field where he did not get very much zip on the ball to get to the receiver faster. He kind of lofted it a little bit. And in the NFL, that could potentially either be a pass breakup or an interception. The outcome was good, but what got them to that outcome, it could have been improved upon. All right, so they're running a 4-3 defense. You got some motion going on to go and see what the defense is running here. Running zone, as you can tell, because they weren't lined up, obviously, in man. Let's see, so running a play action. Didn't really drop back at all. I like that he has some looseness in his knees. He's kind of bouncing a little bit. Super elongated throw. Ugh, Jesus. Yeah, that was way underthrown. I mean, it drew a pass interference, so it was still a gain, but that is a touchdown. Oh my God. Treadwell just absolutely blew by number 1 on that play. That should have been a touchdown. That was a terrible throw. Such a bad throw. I mean, they got it, like I said, they got a pass interference, so they gained 15 yards, but they could have easily gotten, 60 yards on that play. Or however many it would have been. I like that they use his legs on this play. Terrible throw. But I like that they get him out running, because he does have a little bit of athleticism to him. Oh, Markel Pack just no, he didn't. I was gonna say he crossed him up, but no, he didn't. Let's see. All right, so they're running again a 4-2-5. Looks like their base defense is a 4-2-5. That's pretty much what they're almost always in. They got three wide, one tight end, one running back. Doesn't drop back at all. Stares down his receiver. I mean, I would have liked him to get that a little bit more out in front of him. He kind of had to adjust to that. He kind of had to slow down his body a little bit. Obviously, they're blitzing against a 4 wide, 1 tight end offense. This is gonna allow them to get some yards on this if he can get the pass off. If I'm Chad Kelly in this, I am licking my chops because you got Laquan Treadwell one-on-one. You got all these receivers one-on-one. You actually have a numbers game to the left, to the short side of the field where they have 3 versus 2 over there. But let's go and see what happens here. All right, drop back. I mean, that was a good throw under pressure. That was all right. I like his tenacity to get that pass off. Again, getting him out running, and decent throw, decent decision. I like it. Could use to clean up that wind up a little bit, but overall that was a pretty good play for him on that. Running a speed option, low speed option. So the defense played that really well. That defender out, he set the edge extremely well in this play. It's 3rd and 1, so they have to get this. And look at, I mean, he kind of got him on that fake pitch there, but that's a tough situation to begin with, and he ultimately gets it. I mean, he probably should have slid. Yeah, number 30 on that play, or 30, was he 33? He played that really well. He kind of strung out the screen to make it go a little longer to let the defense to get in position. Just none of the defense did like he did. I mean, drew the should have been called a face mask. Obviously, he just snatched his head up. So let's look at this play. We got a 4-2 defense. You got motion. You got a safety taking a few steps up. No, they should have. Chad sees that, but he's stepping up. He's coming to defend the run. So you got one-on-ones, multiple one-on-ones here. I like his vision on that. That was alright. It wasn't bad. Picked up what he could. So let's see. Ooh, they got their big uglies out there. Alright, let's see. So he's doing a little rollout. Jesus. Alright. Let me tell you what's wrong with this play. That safety, in the NFL, that's an interception. That is an easy interception. Well, not necessarily easy, but that is an interception in the NFL. I mean, we got Laquan Treadwell rolling out, so they're going to respect Laquan on that. That's going to make him float to the left. You got to throw that. I mean, he's stumbling a little bit, but you got to throw that right there. That safety is focused on Laquan Treadwell. The guy beat his guy covering him, right? The fact that he waited to throw this ball, you got to throw that early, because that safety is focusing on Laquan, and then by this point he sees that, oh, there's a wide receiver wide open in the end zone. Let me roll over here and get that picked off, and that honestly should have been picked off, even in college. So in the NFL, that's an easy interception. He waited a little bit too long to make that throw. I mean, and obviously it was a touchdown, so it was a positive play, but it shouldn't have been a positive play. So we got another 4-2-5 defense. All right, running a little bit of motion. You got a guy spying the quarterback, it looks like. Decent depth. He's hesitating a little bit to throw. He got it out. Oh my god. Come on, dude. That's what, like the third pass that was a big gainer that you just missed? Jesus Christ. Alright, running some more motion. Nobody really bid on that, or even really tipped their hand on it. They just kind of showed that they're still in a zone defense here. Screen pass. Myles Garrett bid on that hard. A little bit of a play action. Motion going to... Oh, good, using his feet again. Didn't really on that play, I'm not liking that he didn't put it out in front of Twitterell. He kind of had to adjust to that pass. I'm not really liking that at all. Are they ever in man coverage? I mean, see, well, somebody might look at this play and go and say, oh, he threw it behind him. I'm not so sure that he didn't mean to do that. If you go back and watch, you got that guy right there. You got that that defender. If he puts that out in front of him, that's going to leave him out to dry. So I'm not sure that he didn't mean to throw that behind him, honestly. We got a 4-2-5 defense look. Again, just like on that play earlier. The corner comes up to blitz. Leaves two receivers out there staggered. That leaves that side of the field extremely susceptible to a screen pass or a smash concept because there's only so many guys out there that can defend it. All right, let's see. Oh, look at that, another screen pass. I'm not liking Texas A&M's defense here. They're getting a little too cute with that blitzes. And they're blitzing at all the wrong times. It's terrible timing on their blitz calls. All right, so that corner, holy shit. That corner bit on that so hard. That was just a good play. That was a great decision. That was a really good decision, I mean, because he saw that the corner blitzed. That it left wide open. That corner just made a play on the ball and knocked it into the air. And just stared him down. Doesn't ever really drop back. He always just kind of takes like one step back. Woo! They're hitting out there. He didn't get hard. He just kind of got sacked. He kind of square danced out. He kind of square danced backwards. Is he gonna? Oh my! Come on, dude. It's 3rd and 16. Why are you scrambling? Why are you scrambling? It's 3rd and 16. You're not gonna get it. I mean, if you're gonna scramble like that, at least slide at the end and don't throw your hands up like you got thrust. All right, so we got a blitz. They're bringing 6. That's gonna bring one-on-one opportunities. He got scared. That was almost intercepted. We got 5 down. 5 down. Oh, nope, one drop back. Laquan Treadwell is such a beast. That dude is a monster. Minnesota got him, became one of the best teams in the league just by adding him onto the team. One of the things that Minnesota's missing, honestly, is one of those big-time receivers. And I mean, that's good ball placement. I mean, I would have liked to maybe get a few more inches out to the out in front of him, so we didn't have to kind of slow down. But I mean, that's just kind of nitpicking at that point. That just tiptoeing kind of drop back. Let's see. God, what is he doing? Looks like a ballet dancer out there. Another overthrown ball. Jesus Christ. Come on, dude. What are you doing? He's got a live arm, I'll tell you that much. That was a dangerous throw. He threw that right into the seam. That was an extremely well-placed ball, as a matter of fact. I mean, they're running it. Looks like a cover 2 defense. So he made the right decision as far as where to throw it. Let's see. So running. Oh wow, 4 down. Everybody's covering. They're in a prevent defense, as it were. And picked off. Picked off by the defensive lineman. Nice. Myles Garrett is a monster. That dude is just not even a human. That dude's a fucking cyborg. I swear to God. Like, I think we're like the same age. Alright. The guy is like a grown man sent from the future. Alright, so what do we got? We got 4-2-5 again. There's another screen pass. He didn't get enough zip on that thing, man. And then he threw it behind him. I didn't like that. That was not a good throw. God, he's so lazy with his feet. Alright, we got 3rd and 11. Let's see what he does here. by 10. This is a pivotal part of the game. At the end of each half is some of the most important parts of the game. If you can take the momentum going into the half and crush their spirit, and then coming out of the half and then crush their spirit again, score on both. That's so demoralizing. It just takes the momentum completely away from the defense. It just takes all the air out of their sail. So let's see what he does here. All right. It's all right. I like this timing on that, but God, he has that fucking 7-minute long wind up. It looks like he's trying to throw a baseball. Should have been picked off, man. That was terrible. That was absolutely horrible. Read option. Oh, this is dead from the start. Yeah. Alright, beginning of the half. They scored 3 before going into the half, so let's see what they can do here. Oh my god. That was really bad. Alright, so let's see why that was so bad. Alright, so the defensive end that they let go, that he's supposed to be reading, is number 15, Myles Garrett. Alright. Chad Kelly isn't even looking at Myles Garrett, by the way. Isn't even looking at him. And he's obviously, I mean, either way, it looks like he's obviously keying in on the running back here. Chad Kelly isn't even looking at Myles Garrett. That was terrible. That could have ended so badly. Alright, what do we got here? We got a dime-looking defense here. What the fuck was that? It looked like he looks like... Hold on, let's go back. Honestly, it looked like he thought that the play was called dead. The way he kind of reacts to it. He just kind of gets it, stands there. Good lord, that was bad. And that was such a bad throw, too. Alright, we got 5 down. Blitz. Nice. Get what you can. The dude, he's really good whenever he rolls out, I swear. Every play that he's rolled out, I've liked what I've seen. That was the worst play fake. That was so bad. And just no foot movement, so lazy, and just overthrown. He's so raw. He's just, what I've seen so far, he's just a raw talent, honestly. Nice. That was a beautiful play. That was a great throw. That was a pretty good throw. I mean, I would have liked to maybe a little bit more out to the right a little bit, so he could continue running under it. Because the defenses in the NFL aren't going to be beaten like that. Not too often, at least. Let's see, just... Whew! Oh, man, he didn't even know where he was at. That corner didn't even know what just happened. Let's see what made this play so great. Okay. I love that. Because what that's going to do, that's going to make the defense flow to that side of the field, obviously. And it's going to allow one-on-one with Treadwell if the safety bites. And if not, then it allows either the corner to be on a one-on-one against a corner to be a one-on-one with the wide receiver on and out. And also lets the running back go one-on-one with the linebacker as well. So it's a great isolation play like that for each player, just depending on how the defense reacts to it. It's honestly, this is a great play just because of the fact that it makes the defense be wrong no matter what they do. They cover Treadwell, well, then that allows either the wide receiver or the running back to be open. If they cover the wide receiver or the running back, then it allows Treadwell to be one-on-one with the receiver, which you obviously, just from this, as you can see, you don't want that. So let's see how this plays out. And yep, everybody flows to the left. Well, the offense is left, the defense is right. Allows one-on-one with Treadwell, and he just embarrassed that corner. All right, so let's see. So we got another screen pass. Oh, what a surprise. Now we got a corner coming up. It's like the defense doesn't learn. Watch, give me another screen to the right. Look at this. Oh, man, who would have guessed it? Man, that was just, I never would have guessed that they would run another screen to the side that you're blitzing your corner from. That's just unreal. Man. Oh goodness, they're blitzing what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 players. You got Markel Pack wide open, and he I don't know what that was. I'm telling you, just make him, just put him on, just roll out every single play, I swear. I mean, that was a good throw under pressure. Let's go back and look at that again. That happened really fast. I mean, I guess he was forced to, like, rush his mechanics. I mean, that's assuming that there is any to begin with, but... Like, there's just so many screens. They're really creative with their play calling. That actually wasn't bad. Gee, that was bad. That was bad. Come on, dude. You got to get some air under that thing, man. You got to put some... You got to give him a chance to get under it. You can't just straight line throw that bitch. What are you doing? That was such a bad throw. That was a great play by number 1. That was such a bad throw. If you would have got that, if you would have put more air under that and just lofted that up a little bit more, then that would have been a touchdown. Just like the other 15 throws that he made tonight that were poor throws. Just got demolished on that. He reminds me of Johnny Manziel, honestly. How he plays it, how the quarterback plays it. Just like scrambling around and just kind of throws it up and just prays to God that it gets caught. I mean, look at this. He's under pressure and he's just said, "Fuck it, let me throw it up into double coverage." When you're up 20 points in the end of the third quarter. Genius. Oh, look at that. Another screen pass. Can't say I'm surprised. You got, what is that, 4, 5, 6 guys coming to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what he does. Let's see if he acknowledges it. Let's go back. Let's see if he acknowledges it. Nope. Almost got picked off again. He threw it behind him. Let's go. All right. Another screen. Good Lord. It's almost like the defense should be expecting it at this point. Like it's a part of their offense. He needs a slide. He's getting slammed out there. All right, let's see. All right. 4 down, 1 linebacker, maybe 2. I can't really tell who that guy is. Over the tight end. God, he's like he just doesn't even think about dropping back. Honestly. All right, so it looks like we got some motion action going on here. We got number 11 Markel Pack going out to the short side to meet up with his buddies. And we got a numbers game over here. We got 3 versus 2 with a safety high. This is another great opportunity for a screen pass. You know that they're going to take it if they can. No, they didn't. He's doing his little tiptoe. What are you doing, man? He's like tiptoeing. He's like a ballet dancer, I swear to God. There it is, just tip, tip, tip. Alright. Good God. What are you doing? He was so off balance. Look at the running back. He's wide open. It's the fourth quarter. You're up by 20 points. Why are you doing this? That was such a fucking horrible decision. I cannot stand this. Why are you doing this? Just threw it right at number 6, allowing them to maybe come back in this game. And just like they're even saying the running back is wide open, but no, he decides to, I'm going to go for the big play and try and get more yards. We're already up by 20 points in the fourth quarter. Let me try and force it in there when the running back is wide open. Why? Fucking A, dude. That makes me so angry. That makes me so fucking angry. Look at that. He's wide open in the fights. He's gonna pick up at least 20 yards, 20 if not more if he can shake a guy. Just ridiculous, man. Why are you doing that? You're allowing the defense to come back into the game when there's no need to. Luckily, they didn't, obviously, because they're still by 20 points, but it's like, against a better team, that's such an egregious mistake. Just so bad. Yeah, whatever. It's a read option. Yeah, we get it. Alright. And that was Chad Kelly. Alright, so I'm going to kind of just give my overall thoughts from that one tape. So, my overall thoughts. 1, terrible footwork. Just terrible. It's not, he doesn't even think about it. Very poor understanding of how to get the ball out of his hands. As far as his deep throws, he's just overthrowing guys left and right, just in this one game at least. Number 3, baseball windup. Number 4, hero ball. Absolutely tries to do it. Tries to just take control of the game on his own, and tries to do it all by himself, which is fine sometimes, but from the times in that game, those were very costly. And number 5 is going to be, he's very raw. Number 5 is he's very raw. He's a guy that really, you can tell he has arm talent, but doesn't really have an understanding of how to control it just yet. And then obviously with this stuff in Clemson and all that, I mean, maybe he's moved on. People deserve a second chance, but if I'm a team, I'm not even gonna look at Chad Kelly at all. Just for that, you want to, for a quarterback, you don't want a guy who's gonna threaten to shoot up the bar. Of the list that you want, of the things that you want with a quarterback, shooting up the bar is probably one of the lowest things that you want. So, yeah, or telling your teammates that you're gonna put them on the bench. Man, those are generally going to be things that you don't really want in a quarterback. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Next week we're going to be putting out a video on Sunday, and keep an eye out for that. Like, share this video, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.
This for everybody that hated on my brother Chad Kelly. I'ma wish my brother luck real quick. It's 1 p.m. shorty. Atlanta, Georgia, shorty. Put in work.
White hot with
hit them hard, lay them down. Do it for your town. Clemson football, they be shutting it down. Chad Kelly QB, reppin' for his team. You can hate him, you can love him, you ain't stopping the dream.
Hit them hard, lay them down. Do it for my town. Clemson Tigers, they be shutting you down. Chad Kelly QB, reppin' for his team. You can hate him, you can doubt him, you ain't stopping this dream.
My mama birthed out a winner, I'm just looking for dinner. I think I eat me some haters and hit the field for my neighbors. I'm just so stacked up and racked out. When I leave the field, that's flat out. This football can't tap out. If it's orange or purple, I rock it. Like Chad Kelly can't knock it. That's number 12 in the pocket. Do the ball up like a rocket. They CBs can't stop me. It's Clemson to the death of me. I'ma set records consistently. I'm destined for greatness. My uncle's amazing. Jim Kelly on them haters. Don't be mad because I can't answer your prayers. I pull bad bros, got different cars. You living life while I'm living large. All because I ball hard. All because my arm's strong. I'm the QB. Hear the fans scream. Hear that back up. Don't question me. Let me do me with my new team. And I'ma put in work for my new team.
Hit them hard, lay them down. Do it for my town. Clemson Tigers, they be shutting you down. Chad Kelly QB, reppin' for his team. You can hate him, you can doubt him, you ain't stopping this dream. Hit them hard, lay them down. Do it for my town. Clemson Tigers, they be shutting you down. Chad Kelly QB, reppin' for his team. You can hate him, you can doubt him, you ain't stopping this dream.